Hello, Kier. How's it going?
Um, Good, thank you.
Excellent. Glad to hear it.
I actually have no updates.
Left side, please.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have much of my own either. Sorry, I'm in the car.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I've been working on a task to net split the monitors, but other than that, I haven't really done anything on infrastructure base. I also don't have much to talk about. Yuri might. I know that Josh has been working. He and Josh have been working on downgrades, I think.
We just started.
Any interesting follow-ups to the discussion we had a couple weeks ago, or?
No, I think just didn't have time. We put a downgrade suite together just to get like into testing cycle, and I hit a problem that we could not proceed because we detected downgrades versions, and Josh needed to put a PR for Testology so we can test it out. But he's out. I think he's back maybe today actually. But that's just the beginning. And we do it
Okay.
for point to point. We decided to do it for point to point. Model based on Nautilus, and if we can get it done, then we will move it to, I guess, Master Octopus.
Are you going to try and test downgrades across major versions?
No, as far as I understand, no. And I listened to you were in that talk, right? When I think Sage, Josh, and somebody else discussed it. I watched the video. I don't think that they even consider that.
I think it was recorded. I think it was the CDM, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Developed. Yeah, that got recorded.
Did do you remember agreement on between major versions?
No, we definitely didn't. You said the master to octopus suite and stuff. I
Oh
thought
no,
that's what you meant. I was
no, no, no,
confused.
no, 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 no. That's not what I meant. I meant that we will model that off Nautilus at the moment.
Oh, I
And,
see.
and
Yeah.
if we can prove it work on point to point basis, and then as far as I understand, we can even like do an exception for points based on features and fixes. If we can prove it, then we will move it into master/octopus. I didn't mean master to octopus. I meant octopus.
Got it. That makes more sense to me. Sounds good.
You checking me, are you?
Everybody all the time.
Yeah, verify, no, but verify, but verify, right? Trust, but verify. What was it? I
You know,
actually, okay, I'm not going to talk about Chernobyl, but I'm watching it right now.
oh, it's very, very grim.
Jesus, it's so depressing. I'm realizing that I've been like 260 miles from that, and so I was actually born second time. It was luck that they didn't blow to my direction.
Yep. All right. Anyway, it looks like we're not getting anyone else, and if that's all we got, we'll bid you
Just,
guys a good
just
week.
quick FYI. I don't remember. I think you were asking about like smoke suite.
Yep.
I don't remember in what context, but finally, what we've done, we cleaned up smoke, so it's actually passing right now. And cleaning,
Mm.
mainly meant that I removed Ceph deploy related to suites, two jobs. They've been
Mm-hmm.
failing like forever, and I asked Josh, and he said, "Just get rid of it. We do not develop Ceph deploy like actively right now." So it's actually green. And if you look at Pulpito results, I added master plus Nautilus and plus Mimic at the time, and they're all actually pretty green, which is good, which is as it's supposed to be. So my next step actually is that I want to talk to core team maybe tomorrow and see is it feasible to not run Raiders on regular basis for named releases for Mimic and for Nautilus. And I don't know what they will say, but if they say no, we can discuss what needs to be done in order to add into Smoke, so we can actually reduce amount of jobs and also like increase amount of kind of checking like based on Smoke. And then same question probably will be asked, from other areas as well, but later on.
But you are running it on Smithy, right?
I'm running into the Smithy. Why?
We were talking about OVH in virtualized environment.
I don't have any problems running it on OVH. The only problem is that I was told that we do not want to use OVH.
Yeah, but I want to use it because it allows to to run it in parallel.
Well, use it for your purposes, and we can address like running on OVH issue later on. I just
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you about OVH. I don't, from my standpoint, I don't really care whether it's OVH or Smithy.
Yeah, just because we do not run. I mean, the idea is to not test the Ceph itself. The idea is to test tautology.
Yeah, I understand. So we can make an exception for
Yeah.
tautology. That again, I didn't remember exact context, but if that's what you wanted, you can take it and try it.
Yeah, just because we can't manage. At least I don't see any. I don't see any idea how to manage the database. Of course, we do not need to take the machines, I mean, bare metal machines from the pool of the main tautology server, and this is why but it's for testing tautology and pedals and pulpito changes.
I understand.
However, just if we can separate small subset of bare metal machines to some, I don't know, so some small subset of the nodes, so we can run test on bare metal machines on demand for tautology if we are sure that there are some changes related to the hardware stack, like fog related. For example, we are currently on downstream, or even on those. We're just working on some additional mechanism of provisioning nodes, not which is not using fog. So we will add this support for extra. So we will need to check it in the lab before merging, of course.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about what is the idea of the downgrade testing? I mean, you said that you'll be testing Marna version.
Point releases, yes.
Yeah, and what is the idea? Using snapshots, and then if it's not revertible, what's next?
I frankly don't know exact use cases. Do you, Greg?
It's just that users want to be able to downgrade in case something is wrong in the new packages. So it's not snapshots or anything. It's just you have a live cluster and you start upgrading, and you go, or you finish upgrading, you go, oh no, that was a bad idea, and you revert to the old software.
Yeah, we also had some input from our users. I've heard it during some conversation of our um, level 2 support guys, and they were saying that our customers also interested in this feature. But I'm not sure I understand how what will be the outcome. Like you say, just try to upgrade and then downgrade, and what next if it's failed, if it's not working after downgrade too. So,
Well, that's
we'll have to like
we have to make sure that it works, right?
yeah. So,
My guess would be that, you have a cluster consistent of different components. You can, like, if downgrade is actually reliable, you can try upgrade on several and see if it works. Then you go ahead and do, like, full-blown upgrade. If it doesn't work, you have a fallback option to downgrade.
you mean upgrade or downgrade cluster by separate OSDs or I mean
Yes.
separate nodes?
Yeah.
And yeah, okay. And is your test or what you're working on supposed to make a snapshot before uh, upgrade and downgrade? Or?
You asking, I don't, you asking about how it will be implemented, and I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
we're just gonna have to make sure that when we do backports or when we do a new point release, that doesn't make incompatible data changes. Like I'm really scared of the amount of work. And not that it's impossible. It's just like it's gonna be a thing. But I guess we're developing some pretty comprehensive tests that will do the downgrades and make sure that we have the Ceph object corpus dumps for each point release and test that back and forth in both directions. And so we'll just keep running like normally and make sure that when we do backports that we don't backport anything that does an incompatible encoding change.
I would speculate that, like, I don't know, whoever, maybe Josh is probably will be developing it. He may consider actually making a snapshot of binaries, and if something goes wrong, he just, But I'm not sure about, like, you guys talked about
I
how
don't.
it's possible
I
to
don't.
do.
We're not. It's not going to do anything with snapshots. That's not because then you'd like lose writes or something. In addition to a whole bunch of other complex issues, so it'll just be a normal running cluster, and like we already have the thing where every encoded object has a compat version and an incompat version, and we might bump the compat version and add some data on the end in a point release, but we'll make sure that we don't ever have to increment the incompat version, so it can still be decoded by the older point release daemon, and the data makes sense when that happens. It'll take a lot of testing. But
Yeah,
that's why we're starting now for something that won't be out until the end of the year next year. And we're part of the thing that we're doing is just seeing if it's even plausible. So, yeah.
I also wanted to ask you, Gregory, or I don't know who should I ask rather than Zach, regarding the multi-OS lock-in patch, which has a do not merge, and do you understand that it's just like a poke? I mean, proof of concept? Or do you use it downstream, or I don't know?
Hang on, let me go. I didn't realize we still had any missing PRs. Which one is it?
It's Zach's one. It's a pretty old one, the 1051. So I just was wondering if it's something that you just using right now downstream, or what
No.
or I can just join this PR and make some push it for progress.
Yeah, you can join it. It's definitely not
Because
like
we
Red
need
Hat. Yeah.
we need similar feature, and I'm not sure if we can just try and merge this one. I mean, of course, after some improvements and rebasement, etc. Or we can just do something new.
Yeah, I do not remember this PR. I don't know what it's doing. What are we going on here?
Okay, it just
Uh,
they introduced the nodes
oh, I
section
see.
as a replacement for
Yeah.
rows. So it is possible to
Okay.
describe different types of OSs.
So that we can
This
do
shows,
different OSs within a single test.
yeah, and
Okay.
the comment is like we need more testing for it, and does it mean that?
Yeah,
I don't know,
I
Yuri,
yeah,
you
I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, I'm sure this is not something he's thought about in a while. So if you want to run with it, go for it. This will need to be careful about the behavior when people are using the old style stuff, because like most tests are not going to get switched over to that, because the test itself isn't going to care. You'd want to be able to run it on whatever OS the test
yeah,
runner says.
just look through this patches, and they're definitely not compatible with
Yeah,
older one. Most of the switch should be refactored or just
yeah,
created new for using these paradigm.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, it's definitely not in use in the Red Hat downstream. I think they have a few tasks they've added, but not any core toothology stuff. Yeah.
Okay. You had Have you seen this patch or any or used it?
I'm sorry, I didn't even look at what you guys were talking about.
Okay.
I'm actually Josh is back, and he like on the subject that we discussed before. He said that he'll be setting up meetings with leads to talk about upgrade suite. So probably
Mhm.
he already looked at some options.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think that's it.
Well, yep. I will see you guys next week and start messaging this more aggressively. So hopefully we get more people in the future. Have
Good
a
to
good week,
see you
all.
guys. Bye bye.